So it's time to finish my coverage of my Myanmar trip. I made a few videos about my Myanmar trip earlier, but I didn't finish it. Christmas came and New Year's, and I had to do that. But today is just Thursday. So back to normal, back to Myanmar. I haven't gone through my 15,000 photos and tons of video from my Myanmar trip yet. I told you last time, I just picked a few photos and videos randomly to make that video. I also did it now. Still good stuff, and I just quick edit this, so but I will allocate some time to do that very soon. And when I do, you will be the first to know. I still have two major locations to cover, Mandalay and Bagan. And those two cities are both former capital of Myanmar. For some reason, they like to, change capitals a lot. I guess there is a valid reason every time, but it seems like a lot of trouble, to change capital. I don't know. Naypyidaw is the current capital of Myanmar. Many people think it's Yangon, formerly Rangoon, but it's not. In 2005, they changed it to Naypyidaw. I have never been there, but I've seen videos and photos from it, and I'm not really interested to go. It's like, it's a city that the military built. Ridiculous palaces, and monuments that makes no sense. It reminds me of it's very similar to places like Turkmenistan, where dictators, build these ridiculous monuments, to honor themselves. It's fancy, I guess, but there's no soul in those cities, in this city. So, I asked my guy there if it was, if I should go there, and he said, there's nothing there. Unless you want to see ridiculous buildings and landmarks, fancy stuff with no soul, take a look. But for example, Bagan, which is the first capital of Myanmar, it was declared the capital in 849. It's an ancient city. It's not fancy, but it has a lot of soul. And it is absolutely beautiful. Best known for its pagodas. The number of them varies, but I heard from an employee of the Ministry of Agriculture from Bagan that there were about 4,000, just under 4,000 pagodas discovered yet. They had some beef with the UNESCO wanted to come there and help them rebuild some of these pagodas, because some of them are actually in bad shape due to earthquakes and other stuff. But they disagreed on how to do it. The UNESCO wanted to fix stuff, like they want to do with original materials and not disturb it too much. But the local people, they just wanted new ones. They just put cement in it. It doesn't matter. It's built for 5,000 years. So it only has to last that, which is a tall order for any building, but it's not in their heart like a monument or something like UNESCO stands for. It's a religious place, and it has a certain purpose, nothing else. So because they didn't agree on this, UNESCO just gave up on that, and they are actually trying to fix those pagodas themselves. It's slow, but they had to close up a lot of those temples because of after the earthquakes. They are not safe to enter. But it is a beautiful thing, and especially if you take a balloon ride, like a hot air balloon ride over the area, it's at sunrise every morning. It is absolutely stunning to see it from air. And Mandalay, that's a very important city in Myanmar. It connects. It's like a trading hub that connects easily to China and India, and it's located in Upper Burma, and it connects to Lower Burma. So it is like a hub for everything. Everything goes through Mandalay. There are a lot of Chinese in Mandalay, so it lost its identity a little bit. It looks more like China really now than Myanmar. But it's still a very interesting city, and there's no reason to skip it because of that. It has just found itself a new identity, I guess. Mandalay, when I first started to go to Myanmar, Mandalay was the only city I knew, because it was a very important city during the English colonial time there, and there was a song like Road to Mandalay and stuff like that. That's why I knew it. I knew nothing about it. I just knew the name, really. I knew very little about Asia, Southeast Asia, before I started going there. And it's just shame, that we here in the West, we are kind of isolated from these areas. They really don't teach about this in school or anything like that, Which they should. They should. I guess the most famous thing in Mandalay is the Ubain Bridge. Everybody's seen the Ubain Bridge. At least they've seen a photo of it, even if they don't know, they don't have a name for it or don't know where it is. Everybody's seen this photo. And monks. There's a lot of monks, both in Mandalay and especially Bagan. There are like 500,000 monks in Myanmar any given time. So you will see monks everywhere, and they give a very unique and mysterious, atmosphere to the place, and very unique stuff. Like them or don't like them, you'd like to take pictures of them or not. They do give the place a certain feel. Occasionally I hear people saying, I just don't want to go to Myanmar to shoot, because it's mainly three reasons. They think it's not safe, because of political issues. They have that, the army is problematic, let's just call it that. And also they say, because I don't want to shoot monks. There's enough monks pictures out there. So, first two, I've talked about it in previous videos, and I will talk about it more in later videos. But to deal with the first two, real quick, the short answer is it's very safe. It's one of the safest places you can travel to. And the second is do not confuse the people of Myanmar with the Burmese army. It's like two different nations, and the people of Myanmar, they don't really care so much about the Burmese army, but you cannot talk about it. That's not safe for them. So by boycotting Myanmar, you are boycotting beautiful people that has done nothing wrong. Because the army, they really, because tourists and, traffic, it shines light on them. what they are doing, and they don't really like that. So I don't think they would even be bothered if the tourism just stopped. They would, of course, they have some investments. You don't. There's not a lot done in Myanmar without army money. But I guess they just wouldn't care. They have enough money. They don't need more money. So, like I said, not for this video. I just thought I'd mention it a little bit. But number 3, I don't like to shoot monks. Okay, then don't. It's that easy. Yet, even if you don't take one monk photo, it's still probably the best place to shoot in the world, at least one of them. There's, the people, the atmosphere is just so interesting. It's like a dream. It's like a dream. And also nowadays it has gotten increasingly more difficult to get those monk shots. And the reason for these, especially those post shots with the novice monks, the young monks, beautiful pictures. I mean, yes, there's a lot of them, but these are beautiful pictures. And if you get the opportunity to do it, I don't see why you shouldn't do it. But if you don't want it, it's fine. But there is a thing there. It's called the Ministry of Faith. I think it's called that. And they have been shutting this down a little bit. That there were people shooting in Myanmar, and they weren't really respectful. They were making those monks do stupid things, and the older monks, they felt like they weren't, it wasn't respectful to their religion. They had this monk robes on, and they were, doing nothing bad, just jumping around and fooling around, something that they weren't just supposed to do because of their status. So what they did, they just said, that you can't do this anymore. So it's very difficult nowadays to do this. There's a way in most cases, but I don't know how long it will be possible. And also some of the pagodas, some of the places, it was really nice to shoot in. You could set something up. You can't do this anymore, and that's okay. Like I said earlier, I had 15,000 photos from my trip, and I have very few monks photos, but I have a few, and they are really, really nice. You see, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's drones or, there are always a few morons that ruins everything, like these people that didn't give enough respect to those novice monks, and they kind of ruined this for everybody. And I'm not a religious man, there's not a religious bone in my body. And well, if you're really, really sensitive, you should not visit my personal Facebook page. Just a fair warning. But when I visit other countries, I'm very respectful towards others, their culture, their religions, everything. If you can't do that, if you cannot visit a place and show respect to the very foundation of their culture and their existence, like in Myanmar, Buddhism is just the foundation of everything there. If you can't respect that, why would you wanna? Don't go. Don't. If you're not there to experience their culture and their way of life, what are you doing there? What? Well, why? And by the way, You know, maybe it's not for this video, but here it goes anyway. Sex tourist, you know, just don't go. You know, just fuck off. Nobody likes you. You can see my other, this is my last video where I cover the trip, which I did now last December. I will do many more Myanmar videos, but this is kind of the end of that. On this playlist that has this video, you can see the other videos I made, both new and old, on my Myanmar playlist. The tour is live on my, you know, Iceland en route webpage, the travel photo tour webpage I have. The link is in the description. It's not updated with photos yet, but the dates and the price and everything it's there. It's the same tour. You know, I'm just gonna update the photos when I have gone through them and make new promotional videos for that. You know, I hope I see you there. I do believe, and with all due respect, I do believe that this is the best Myanmar tour there is. Simply because of the fact that the local guy I have, I don't think they can get any better than that. You know, that's just like what I think. That, you know, probably there are tours that are as good as this one, but I don't think you can do any better. So that's it. Next tour is next December. You know, please join if you want to secure your seat. You know, you can do it now. It's gonna be awesome. I guarantee it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the other videos about Myanmar and, you know, my other stuff. Subscribe to my channel and please, you know, support my channel by spreading the word for me. Thank you and goodbye.